I'll tell you anything, I really don't remember it. We've played probably 5,000 shows in like 10 years. So, a lot of shows, man. You know, it was like any other tour. France was very good to us on that tour, actually. Europe seems to like Oktoberfest a lot better than America did. But that's probably because Europeans are more open-minded musically, and America is all MTV, spoon-fed bullshit. So it was pretty much like any other tour, man. We took 4 months off because we had been touring for probably 6 years, you know, with Bloody Kisses, and then we recorded October Rust, and the tour bus was actually waiting outside the studio. So the day we finished, we got right onto a bus and started. So we took 4 months off because we were going to kill each other. And, you know, then we went in and started writing about 8 months for this album, about 6 months of recording. And a lot of people are telling me, well, why did it take so long? I don't think that's a long time. I mean, you can't record an album on a bus, right? So, to me, this is a normal amount of time. I think a lot of record labels push bands into recording way too quickly, and all you get is 3 albums that are exactly the same. I own a studio, but it's just for demos and stuff like that. It's not professional quality, but it's enough to, you know, get the songs going and do the pre-production work before we go into the real studio and do the actual production. Yeah, we wanted to do something more traditional, you know, and more based in rock and a little more bare bones. So I would say we took all the equipment in the studio and only used the older stuff. If you sit on a bus for, you know, 6 to 8 years, you'll probably be taking some drugs and doing some really fucked up things just to live through it. So I think it's just the mental state of the band at this point. And, you know, being in a band, when somebody's suffering, we're all suffering. It's like a family, you know. I haven't talked to Kenny in 2 days because I'm ready to kill him. So we have all the same problems that a family do, you know. We hate each other, we love each other. It's fighting, crying, everything. So I think that's what makes the band. It's a reflection of the mental state, always. I don't think it's the tragedies that have transformed it. I think it's, you know, you grow up too, you know. I mean, I'm 36 right now, so if you stay the same over 10 years, I think there's something very wrong with you, you know. And experiences in life have to contribute to art. If they don't, then to me it's not worth listening to. You know, I don't want to do 5 albums that sound exactly the same. That's very boring. And I think this is just a natural evolution. As you get older, you know, people around you start to die. You know, you look very young, so you're not going to have that problem for a long time. But 10 years from now, your family will be older, and, you know, you'll start experiencing some stuff that you probably wish you didn't. And I don't think that should be excluded from a band's material. I think fans should go through life experiences with the band. Not, you know, we don't come out here and tell people bullshit. We're going to tell you exactly what's happening. And I think this album does. We did have songs like Death in the Family, Red Water. You know, these things are all... I don't think the album is totally different subjects. It's a more intense amount because we're feeling a more intense amount of these things now. You know, we're going through a lot of tragedy, so that's okay. Typo is the perfect band to reflect tragedy. You know, the whole band contributes to the sound of the band and the mood of the album, and that's the way this band works. You know, me and him produce it, and everybody has contributions. So if a machine works, don't fix it. You might have to fix that, but, you know. Yeah, I think, you know, at that time, Peter was probably having a lot of sex, and now he's having a lot of death. So, like I said, you write about what's happening to you, you know. Everything that's killing this band physically. Well, the first one, Sinus, is about cocaine addiction. The second one, Liver, is about alcoholism. And the third one is about smoking. You know, we're not preaching. We're not telling people not to do things. We're not telling them to do drugs. We're just telling you that if you do, you're probably going to die. So you can take that information and do whatever you want with it. I don't tell people how to live their lives. That's just not what we do. We just report the truth, and that's the truth. This time I think, honesty was so important because, we're going through so much hard stuff that